Or as developers like Zynga focus their efforts on mobile and social platforms, Take-Two Interactive has made a big bet on the console. Cinematic role-playing games like Grand Theft Auto and the brand new L.A. Noire feature complex narratives and environments. L.A. Noire was even picked as an official selection at the Tribeca Film Festival, a first for a video game. Well, Strauss Zelnick is the CEO of Take-Two Interactive. He's with me here at the E3 Expo. He's an expert on the shrinking gap between cinema games, and after a career at 20th Century Fox and Columbia Pictures, now at the helm at Take-Two. Take-Two is a fascinating company with an amazing history, not all of it good, but the games you guys have put out have taken console gaming to a peak not seen before in terms of the cinematic nature of it. How do you make good games out of cool pictures?
Well, I like to say that I don't really believe in interactive movies. I do believe in cinematic video games. And
what the heck does that mean?
Well, what it means is that storytelling, pure storytelling, isn't by its nature interactive. Interactive entertainment can benefit from a great story, great characters, great images. And I think our teams are utterly focused on bringing a new level of narrative engagement, reality, and frankly beauty to the interactive entertainment experience.
What is it about gameplay that is so hard to make a story out of?
Well, once you can influence something, you pierce the veil of disbelief. So it's our job to make someone who's engaged in one of our experiences feel present in it. And that's somewhat at odds with telling a speaker-to-listener story.
Now, I want to talk about the Rockstar Gaming guys who are behind Grand Theft Auto. They were an outside company, not part of your firm. Talk about the evolution of the contract with them and getting them back on board.
Oh, no, it's not true. Rockstar has been a division of Take-Two for a very long time.
But the guys, sort of your best guys behind that have not done all those great games for you, you signed them to a new contract, is that correct?
We have, and they've been working at our company diligently and loyally for over 10 years.
And how do you sort of look at talent? Because we're talking constantly in Silicon Valley about talent wars and about the great cost of great talent. Obviously, here in LA and Hollywood, that's an old story. Do you look at individuals as your core assets, particularly on certain game franchises?
Absolutely. I mean, we're proud of having, we think we have the best creative talent in the industry. We don't take that for granted. Great people can work anywhere. It's our job to create an environment that encourages our creative people to do their best work. How do we do that? We actually encourage them to pursue their passions. Now, we do it within a rational business environment. At the end of the day, we're in the business of making art, and we're in the business of making profits.
Right.
And we think you can do both. And actually, the best people want to do both. To say that we don't believe in talent wars, I'll beg the question. We've never lost one of our great creative people since we took over the company in 2007.
Let me ask you finally, you mentioned profits. The accounting history of your company long before your tenure was disastrous, and there were a lot of restatements and there were a lot of issues with the way that product was shipped and accounted for writ large. In fact, in the history of the gaming business, there have been blow-ups in this area. How do you change a corporate culture such that the accounting standards are so much higher and the numbers can be trusted?
We're really proud of our team and our approach. Credibility, integrity, honesty and transparency is part of our culture. It's baked into our culture. Everyone knows that the Zelnick Media team is only at Take-Two because of those issues in the past,
right.
and we have zero tolerance for those issues since 2007.
Love to hear that. All right.
We were speaking with the founder of EA yesterday, Trip Hawkins, and he believes that the future of gaming is free-to-play games. I hear you don't necessarily agree with that.
Well, there's no question that free-to-play games turned into a very big market, both in the United States and in Asia. So there's a terrific opportunity. It isn't the only opportunity, though, and I think we're living proof. We still offer AAA experiences to the entire family, and we're doing great.
Your game, L.A. Noire, is the first video game ever to be recognized by the Tribeca Film Festival. If you're going the way of cinematic game storytelling, can that translate to social and mobile?
I think over time, all consumers are going to demand higher quality experiences, and we're kind of betting on that. It's our strategy to bring our intellectual property to consumers wherever they are, whether it's on a small screen that's mobile, a mid-sized screen that's connected or mobile, or a large screen on the wall. We we think that there's an entertainment experience that we can deliver to consumers. And some of those will be light, short, and casual, and some will be very deep and intense. We think we can offer both. The commonality will be creative quality, creative intensity.
Tablets changed the gaming market for you and changed the future of your strategy.
I'm sorry, you broke up there for a minute, Emily.
How have tablets changed your vision for Take-Two and your strategy for the future?
The strategy has pretty much been set in 2007. Be the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient company. And early on, we had to focus pretty much on efficiency. Then creativity took hold, and you've seen that in the diversification of our product line. And now we have the luxury of being focused very much on innovation. That speaks to our efforts in Asia, in the MMO sector, here with the launch of Civilization World for Facebook, and other innovative activities. We feel pretty good.
Let me ask you about development costs. It's been an amazing story in the history of the gaming business how the cost of developing games has gone through the roof, and you guys have spent as much as anyone building games. The competitive model for some of the online games is build 1 or 2 levels and see if anyone plays it, then we'll build the rest. A lot lower development costs. Is part of your strategy on consoles throw a ton of money at some really big franchises and make games that are so much more visually enticing than the cheap games online that will have a different business? And what is the number? What does it cost to make these games?
Both can be true, right? You can have, we can obviously profit from these big tentpole releases that are indeed expensive to make into market.
Tentpole release, I love that phrase.
And Zynga can make money on something that isn't very costly, that they find a big audience for. Those are 2 different audiences. Zynga's audience is middle-aged women, and they've expanded the market. Our audience, especially for a mature title, is still a young to middle-aged male. There's an opportunity to expand the entire market. The truth is, the growth area of entertainment is interactive entertainment, and we don't have to be positive or negative against one segment or another. We know what we're good at, which is making great stuff. We know the stuff we don't know that much about yet, which is social and casual. We aim to learn. We're pretty good about knowing what we don't know. We think arrogance is the enemy of continued success. So we try to wake up every day and think about what we haven't done right, not what we have.
All right, Strauss Zelnick, CEO of Take-Two Interactive, really glad to have you and hear the story of the company's big turnaround. Emily?